Welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to slow things down a bit. Take a deep breath. We're exploring a truly fascinating story, a Zen fable from ancient China about three very mysterious men. If you're someone who likes a good narrative with some solid, clear takeaways, you're going to love this. We're mapping out their journey, and honestly, the message we uncover, it might just completely change how you look at the world.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to ask yourself honestly, how do you typically respond to life's darkest moments? When immense stress, sorrow, or just those massive, overwhelming problems hit you. What's your default reaction? Do you close yourself off? Sink into despair? Keep your own reaction in mind as we go through this, because the three guys we're looking at today had a completely unconventional approach to handling the weight of the world.
Section 1. The Three Laughing Monks. Let's set the stage in ancient China, where these unique teachers roamed. So, our story centers entirely around the number 3, specifically 3 old monks. Now, you might be wondering, who were they? What were their names? Well, history actually doesn't know. Their names are totally lost to time simply because they never revealed them to anybody. To the people of China, they were known, very simply, as the 3 Laughing Monks.
And they definitely earned that title. They always traveled together, and they had this one, singular method for their journeys. They'd enter a village or a town, walk straight to the center of the main square, stand there, and do absolutely nothing else but start laughing. No sermons, no preaching, no handing out ancient texts, just pure, unadulterated laughter ringing out right in the middle of a busy square. As you can imagine, passers-by couldn't resist. Picture it. People are grinding away at their hard daily labor, and suddenly there are 3 old men just laughing hysterically in the square. Slowly but surely, the people who lived and worked there had to stop what they were doing. They couldn't help themselves. They had to start laughing too. It acted like this wonderful contagion, pulling people in one by one until a small, laughing crowd had formed right there in the center of town. And the energy would just keep building and building. Eventually, that laughter would spread outward from the square like wildfire, until the whole village or town was laughing together. It became this massive shared experience of pure joy. And the crazy thing is, the moment that objective was reached, the moment the entire village was caught up in it, the 3 old monks would just stop, pack up their things, and move on to the next village to do the whole shebang all over again.
Section 2. A contagious silent teaching. Let's move to and see how this builds.
Behind these seemingly bizarre actions, there was actually a deeply profound philosophy at work. Our story describes it as understanding the cosmic joke. It's this profound realization that life should be taken only as a great opportunity to laugh. For these monks, laughter was literally their only prayer. It was their entire teaching curriculum. Remember, they never spoke a single word to anybody. They just created this joyful situation over and over again across the country. And for that silent teaching, they were deeply loved. People had just never known spiritual teachers who imparted such a radical, joyous lesson before.
Section 3. The ultimate test. Now, things take a slightly different turn here.
Because, every philosophy eventually has to face the harsh realities of the real world. This joy, this seemingly endless laughter, is about to hit a very serious climax. Let's look at the timeline. First, they traveled and laughed together for years. Second, they arrived at a village in a northern province. And then, the sudden tragic shift in step 3. One of the 3 monks died. The villagers were absolutely shocked. They came running from miles around, literally abandoning their agricultural fields completely unattended. They dropped everything just to witness how the remaining 2 monks would react to the tragedy of losing their lifelong friend.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core conflict of our story. On one side, we've got the villagers' expectations. They gathered expecting to see profound sorrow. They fully expected the surviving friends to mourn, to weep, or at least look somber, right? But on the other side, we have the monks' reality. The whole village showed up only to find the 2 remaining monks laughing even harder than they ever had before. They were laughing and they just could not seem to stop.
Section 4. The cosmic joke revealed. So, what exactly is going on here?
Naturally, the villagers are standing there in total disbelief. It seemed completely inappropriate. Finally, a few brave folks approached the monks to directly ask, "Why aren't you mourning?" And to everyone's absolute amazement, for the very first time in all their years of traveling, the monks broke their silence. They revealed a secret. They explained that just yesterday, the now-deceased monk had proposed a bet. The bet was, who among the 3 of them would beat the other 2 and die first?
The remaining monks laughed, affectionately calling their departed friend an old rogue because, well, he had won the bet. He beat them to the punch. And to make it even more interesting, he actually left a testament before passing.
Now, this testament totally challenged the social norms of the time. Tradition required the villagers to carefully wash the dead, change his clothes into something pure, and only then put him on the funeral pyre. But this monk's request was a complete rebellion against all of that. He explicitly asked them to skip the washing and to leave his old, unwashed, everyday clothes right on his body.
You can imagine the villagers wondering why he would ask for such a seemingly disrespectful burial. The answer was in his testament. He stated, "I never allowed any of the filth of this world to reach me through my laughter." Think about that. He claimed he'd never been filthy a single day of his life because his constant laughter had completely shielded his spirit from the darkness and dirt of the world. Therefore, he demanded to be burned exactly as he was.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is what happened next. The old man's body was placed on the pyre, still in those old everyday garments. The fire is lit, the flames start licking at his clothes, and suddenly, to everyone's absolute shock, fireworks of 100 different colors go exploding up, down, and in all directions. No way, right? The old rogue had secretly hidden fireworks inside his clothes. And seeing this brilliant, colorful display light up the sky, the tension just completely broke. The villagers who gathered to mourn simply couldn't help themselves. They finally joined in the laughter of the two wise men.
Section 5. Laughing the problem away. This brings us right back to how we can use this today. So the crucial point is this ancient fable is actually a highly practical lesson on modern resilience. Distilling the whole story down to its core takeaway, we're told that maybe the only reason we are here on this earth is so we can experience joy. It leaves us with this actionable, if slightly unconventional advice. Next time you face a problem, look in the mirror and just laugh the problem away. It sounds simple, almost absurd, but the underlying truth is profound. Your joy is exactly what makes you alive. It's the shield that keeps the filth of the world from reaching you.
We've looked at the breakdown of the story. We've seen the sheer power of 3 men who just absolutely refused to let the heavy expectations of the world touch their joyous spirits. So I ask you, next time you face a seemingly insurmountable problem, will you remember the 3 laughing monks? Will you remember the fireworks hidden in the clothes? I challenge you to apply this wisdom. Thank you for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope you carry a piece of that cosmic joke with you today.